The time has come. Finally. We're good. Don't worry about it. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. A pretty unusual one, I think. So finally I decided to show my face a little bit. I mean, you could see my face before in like 1 or 2 videos, but I never really talked through like in any video except like maybe the Sims videos you can see somewhere here. But yes, yeah, the time has come not only to talk to you guys a little bit and to thank you for all the views and all the subs that I got recently. I love you guys, and everyone that is commenting, you know that I love you. I've been thinking of making this video for a longer time now, pretty much since the Rise release. I think you already see a title. There's not really more I can say. You can answer that question yourself, or I can answer it for you. So basically, the question is, what old hunting horn was doing better exactly? Well, yes. Say it. I know you can do it. Yes. Everything. The answer is simple. Just everything. Okay, I know it's a bit controversial topic, but yeah, it's not even a joke for me at this point. Hunting horn was doing everything better for me before the new hunting horn arrived in Rise. I know many of you guys don't even have access to Rise yet because you're waiting for a PC release, and some of you guys are actually like following, you know, like everything that Rise has to offer from my videos, which I appreciate a lot. If you like the new hunting horn, that's perfect. If new hunting horn is for you, it's great. You know, whether you were the old hunting horn main or you just started the main hunting horn and you couldn't really, you know, get into it before, I totally understand that. But this particular video is basically only about my personal experience. So if you are sensitive to people having their own opinion and you don't like them to have it, you can leave now, because it's gonna be a lot of things that might be found like maybe even elitist, or maybe not. You can see for yourself. But before you go to the comments, please, this is only me, okay? I know like some people agree with me. I know there are like hunting horn mains that really like agree with what I have to say, but okay, let's just get to the point, because it's already 5 minutes and I didn't even start it yet. No, go back. Yep, we're good. Okay, first things first. Before I even start like talking about like the feelings about like the new hunting horn and the old hunting horn that I have, because you know, like people that you guys, like my fans that watch my channel, you know that I'm a pretty long time hunting horn main, with like hundreds of hours, like even thousands of hours playing hunting horn. So maybe it is time to ask ourselves a couple of questions with hunting horn. So let's say, first question, was hunting horn an underrated weapon? Yes, I think we all know that, right? And we all can say that, like the old and new hunting horn mains, that old hunting horn was really probably lacking something, that it couldn't draw people to it. Maybe it was just too hard, maybe it was too clunky. I'm not sure, because I fall in love with a hunting horn pretty much since I started to use it. Like from the time that I actually picked it up, because I didn't even try it before. I had like, I don't know, maybe 200, 300 hours into the game. I was maining greatsword before, and I didn't really check any other weapons, like maybe longsword, maybe insect glaive and things like that, but I never tried anything more than maybe bowguns. So yeah, when I started to use hunting horn, I fell in love with it. It was even before Iceborne, and I just loved it. I knew it's not something that people use too much, and I was intrigued by it. Like, why people are not using it? I guess it's not like the easiest weapon to learn, but it's not the hardest either. Like for me, charge blade is like 10 times more difficult to actually master and to actually play it better and like play it well. So yeah, obviously hunting horn was underrated weapon pretty much all the time, like in like every other Monster Hunter game. Maybe it was because of the damage output, it never did as much as any weapon, like longsword or like any other weapon. Like basically, it was like pretty much on like the down on the chart, like on the last level, like on the last place, right? Especially with it being like, you know, it was holding the last place on like the weapon popularity chart for so long, sometimes just swapping with a lance with like for 13th place. Wow, what an achievement, you know. I kind of understand why they wanted to move on and why developers wanted to change something, but at the same time they didn't change lance. For example, lance is still doing poke, 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 evade, poke, 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 evade, and nothing really changed with lance, right? But I understand that hunting horn is a pretty interesting weapon, but maybe they decided it's just too difficult or too clunky or like whatever that was. So did needed changes? Definitely yes. With everything that I love about the old hunting horn, it really needed a few changes. I think like the biggest change it needed was to cut the animations in like performance, like in between the songs, and like, you know, when you swing the horn to actually play the song, let it play immediately, not be like vibing there. Look at me, I'm vibing. You know, I mean, it's still cool and I like it. I actually, that's one of the things that I loved about the old hunting horn, that you were actually like, you were there, you know, like everyone just like vibing to you. You know, I mean, that's cool, right? I think that's what we actually loved about the hunting horn. You know, like just play in a camp, you know, like just before like a Latrion fight or something, everyone is dropping down and the hunting horn user is just like, you know, doing something. But basically, yeah, I think that could be improved because that took some time. And don't tell me you needed to play all the songs before you actually go into the fight, because that is ridiculous. You could, you know, like, I understand, I've been doing that too, to like actually play the songs before you go to the fight, before you go and like fight the monster or something. But that's not necessary. And like the whole point of doing performance was to actually hit the monster at the same time, because you're actually doing a great damage doing performance, plus it's a great stun potential and the exhaust and everything. And if you were doing performance with like the song, you didn't need to play it. It's like additional move too, right? You could just swing the hunting horn and roll away, as simple as that, right? But it is the same with like with actually like the playing actual songs. You could still do it. I've been doing that for thousands of hours, and you know, like, I'm here. I didn't die, you know. But maybe a couple of times. But let's not talk about it, okay? So yeah, I think it was necessary to change hunting horn some ways, but I don't really agree with how it was changed. As you can see, like, you know, like I'm getting that. You know, like it's, yeah, I know it. I know it's 10 minutes. Give me a break. It will be a lot of talking, okay? So you need to remember that. So another question is like, what are the changes that we received? And mostly I think it's like the lacking of the performance move for me. It was a very big like fragment of a hunting horn for me, and that was basically like the core to actually play the songs. And right now I've been maining this weapon for I know I said it before, I know I'm repeating myself, for thousands hours. It is a lot, so it's really hard to just get the new horn, like get used to it, right? I think that should be normal, like for them to actually like develop the weapons and making some changes, making them better, but those changes are not necessarily telling me this horn is better than the previous one. I know for many people is, and you know, if that works for you, it's great, because like that's why they did it, right? They did it to actually draw the people to this weapon more, for it not to be holding like the last place of the weapon popularity charts for forever, probably. So yeah, I guess like the achievement completed, I don't know. But like for me and for those 1 or 2% of the people that were maining the old hunting horn, it is a bit painful. And I'm not only saying that from like my point of view and my perspective. I've been talking to a lot of hunting horn mains, and many times they have like the same opinion, like the same feelings. Of course I can't generalize, because that's not a thing. Like that's normal to have like a different feel like from the weapon. Even if you main the old one before, maybe like the new one more than the old one, I don't know. It's like, it's okay. I never said it's not. I'm just talking about myself. So yeah, like right now the charts look completely different. I don't know how about now, but I remember when I checked the weapon popularity charts at the beginning of April, it was like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks since the Rise release, and hunting horn was third weapon in popularity charts. I've been like, what? And like seriously, sometimes you could see 1 that's already a lot, 2 or sometimes even 3 people using hunting horn, especially on the low rank hunts. It was so crazy to see. Like for me, it's just unbelievable, because like before meeting a hunting horn user, maybe not even, you know, like person that was maining hunting horn, but even a hunting horn user, it was already like a holiday, you know, like a Christmas present, like a birthday party once a year, you know. It was like really, really rare, like we all know, right? That's why I have so many videos, you know, like praising those moments, because it was like so special for me. And honestly, like right now, I can't really think about the new horn as a hunting horn, if you know what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still a good weapon. I'm still playing it, because, you know, like if you saw my videos, I am mostly playing hunting horn. I mean, at the beginning I didn't, because I played in a demo mostly hunting horn, then I played just a bit when it was released already. and I was a little upset. Not gonna lie, I couldn't like get over like the thing that I actually need to learn a new weapon again, not take my horn and go and play it. It was actually pretty painful to me, however ridiculous that doesn't sound. It was really weird. And I actually started to main a hammer and a greatsword, and so I went back to like my old mains, mostly greatsword actually. But yeah, like in the meantime, I was like, okay, I started to feel like a little bit pressure. Again, how ridiculous that sounds, right? But my YouTube channel is mostly hunting horn based. I did some Dark Souls videos in the past. I'm doing sometimes some different things with like different like different games. But yeah, mostly my channel is just a hunting horn channel at this point. I'm doing memes, I'm doing a lot of videos like satisfaction videos, some praise hunting horn videos, and some runs. I've been doing like a lot of solo runs. I've killed Fatalis, Alatrion, Kulve in World solo, only with a hunting horn. So yeah, I've been bound with this weapon, and when I started to use it in Rise, it just felt off for me. When I discovered there is the eco mode, right? It was a bit better, just a bit, you know. But I still can't really think about it as a hunting horn. For me, it is a good weapon. Yeah, again, don't get me wrong, it is a good weapon, but for me as a 15th weapon, not my horn, not as a replacement. And it still bothers me when I play it. I can kind of say I'm maining like the new horn now, mostly because I'm just using it the most, right? Sometimes like along with the hammer, but it's not the same. What can I say? It's just not the same. Like I don't know, I just can't get away with the feeling that it's actually almost the same, but actually it's completely different. It's like the faraway cousin that you saw 15 years ago, and now you saw him and he is like a completely different person. And I don't know, it's like you have a great baggy, right? And you have a great jaggy, for example. So you have two different monsters, and both of them, they are doing different things, right? They are similar in many ways. They share the same skeleton, but they are completely different, and like the flesh outside and everything that they're doing is different. That's how I feel about the new hunting horn. They just share the same skeleton of a weapon, but the feel is completely different to me. I understand that it needed changes because like the Rise playstyle is so much faster and so much more fluid, especially like with the wirebox skills. It's just impossible to keep the old horn the way it was, like from the world, for example, or like Generations or whatever, and to bring it straight to Rise, because that would actually make a lot of difference, but like on the worst side, in my opinion. And like mostly because it's just maybe too slow and too clunky. But at the same time, you could have just do small changes to the horn, right? And to like, you know, speed it up a little bit or something, I don't know. And maybe it would be the same, and maybe it will still bring people to actually play it. I don't know, it's so difficult for me. I really don't know. I think I'm just disappointed. I mean, I think it is like big disappointment for me. You can see it. I'm happy.
Help me.
I don't know, I can't express how much it actually hurts me that I can't do the things that I've learned how to do before. And again, don't get me wrong, I am happy that horn is getting more popular. I mean, it third in the weapon popularity charts, LOL. Wow. The thing is, I want people to know the horn that I knew. I want people to love the horn that I've been playing for so many hours. I want people to know the old hunting horn was still a wonderful weapon. It was still amazing. Not only like the new flashy hunting horn that, for me, I know it might be, again, controversial, but for me it's almost a button masher. It feels like a dual blade for me. I never liked to play dual blades, neither like longsword. I played it like a bit at the beginning, of course, as probably almost every other hunter, right? Because it's just like a beginner-friendly weapon. But I never really got into it that much, and I don't really like it. And when I was playing in endgame, I never took longsword. And honestly, for like dual blades, for example, I never played more than 5 hunts. And I did only because my friends asked me to, and like as a meme, let us all take dual blades and go and destroy the monster, you know, and things like that. And we actually did. It's a powerful weapon, don't get me wrong. I just never liked the feel of it. And for me, it was almost too easy to use. I don't know, like a great sword is easy to, you know, and like, I mean, technically you have like 1 or 2 buttons and that's it. So you're like, you know, you can spam this, right? And you can just hold it and charge it and like whatever. But still, it's a difficult weapon to master, because to actually hit something with a greatsword is the miracle, you know. It is actually pretty bad. So for me right now, new hunting horn, I think that will sum everything that I want to say. Just feels like dual blades of blunt weapons. It's just, I think it's especially because of the Magnificent Trio move. So you're just doing one click, like, you know, the triangle and the R1, or like, you know, I don't remember how it's called on Switch. I was playing PlayStation for too long. But yeah, basically you're just doing one move and you spin around, you're doing like 5 or 6 or 7 hits, and the songs play for themselves, and it's like, no, it's painful. Why? Capcom, why didn't you let us have both of them? Why? I just don't understand. I don't understand. No, eco mode doesn't count because it's only one move. You can't do Retchito, forward, right, left, backwards, you know, you just can't do it. It was like so much, like the variety of moves, it was actually much bigger in the previous hunting horn. And don't tell me the new hunting horn has more moves, because it doesn't. It has new moves. You have like the breakdance, you have the spin, you know, like you're doing like the forward smash and you're going like, you know what I want to say. I don't know, I am just sad that my weapon, my horn I mained for so long is gone now, and to think that we will maybe never even get it back, it just makes me sad, because I love that developers thought about the hunting horn and to actually improve it and make it better and draw people to this weapon more. But I'm sad they didn't think about this 1 or 2% people that were actually enjoying the weapon as it was, and just give us 2. Capcom, is that so hard to ask? I want to play this one, and I want to play this one. Come on, where is my Retchito? Where is my spin? Where are my eco waves? No, it doesn't count if you have an eco mode. It doesn't count when you're doing one performance that there is like a eco bubble. It doesn't count in a performance mode. It's different weapon. I don't know what else to say. I think you can clearly see my frustration right now. By the way, that's why I decided to record a video like this, because whenever I'm streaming, everyone is asking me about the new horn, and I never hide my opinions about it. I was like pretty tired of saying the same thing to every other person. Like everyone is just asking me, like, you know, one by one, and I'm always like saying the same thing. I don't know, it has less complexity. It doesn't have that soul of this weapon that it has before. It doesn't have that punch, you know, like when you used to have like 3 songs stacked in a queue and you're doing a performance in Fatali's face and he's like, you know. And another thing is, with the old horn, you actually needed to be more thoughtful how you play. I guess that's why it was like so difficult for people to actually learn it. I think so, at least, because you don't have evade skills like in bow or longsword or something like this. You don't have a block because you don't have a shield, right? I don't have anything against a hunting horn being faster or like more flashy or something. I don't know. I don't think I will ever get over it. I don't think I will. Like basically you can like spam 2 buttons, right? You can just like, you know, you can spam this, you can spam that, and like you can do a double note, like you can do a double note, and then you're doing Magnificent Trio forever. I mean, you're doing it once and you're repeating like 1, 2, 3 and doing it again. You don't even need to play the songs anymore, ever, in any mode that you have. I know you don't need to. I know you can actually play it a bit smarter than this, but you can. And that was the beauty of a hunting horn. That it was okay. I don't know. Maybe I sound like an elitist. Okay, I probably do. I understand it, but that's just how I feel. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I don't know. Like in the longsword, you have some gauges that you need to fill. Same with dual blades. And right now in the hunting horn, if you really don't want to, like, you know, do anything else, you can just, as I said, spam 3 attacks and Magnificent Trio, and you don't need to do anything else. I mean, I know that's probably not the way that people play, even if they are new to a hunting horn, because it's not efficient, and Magnificent Trio is locking you in the animation a lot for a longer time. So I understand that's probably not how people play, but it's still so simplified. It just, honestly, I just can't believe it. Like when I first saw the trailer, I've been like, wow, like, oh my god, that's it. Finally, we got something good. We have like something better. We have like so many good moves, and like my heart was like, oh my god, yes, it's finally happening, you know? And you know, like later on that we actually saw how it works, and with a Rise release that we actually saw, like I'm saying we, like the old hunting horn mains that were still hoping that the old horn will be there, and like for the eco mode to be more like the old horn. I don't know, like the hopes faded really quickly, and I feel fooled, I guess. The trailer fooled me. They got me in the first half, not gonna lie. I mean, seriously. And I was like really positive at first, you know, and I just saw all those fancy moves. I was so happy. You know, I thought maybe we will got something in between, like something from the old horn and like the actual new horn that we have that I didn't know how it will work yet, right? I thought maybe they will just improve the old horn, not rework it the way it was reworked, because seriously at this point it's just a completely different weapon, and like the whole core of this weapon is just gone for me, unfortunately. Like the performance, the eco waves that Iceborne bring, it was just so good. So no more wake up hits, you can do just one swing and that's it, or you can actually, if you time it right, you can do a great damage with the wire buck attack, with the earth shaker, right? It's a still very good thing to do. And you know, like, don't get me wrong, the Silkbind attacks are great, but they could have been almost the same with the old horn in the Rise. So yeah, I'm not talking about the wire book attacks because it's something like completely different. Like seriously, now that I think about it, I just want to go back in time and slap myself in the face for thinking what I was thinking when I saw the trailer. It's just so ridiculous for me right now, but I don't know, man. It's just still not the same. I've been thinking of making this video long before that, but I thought to myself, it's still too early to say, it's still too early to judge. Maybe I will like it, maybe I will fall in love with the new horn as I did with the old horn, but it didn't happen. And like right now it's over a month since Rise release, and I've been playing horn for a long time now. I'm mostly using it now. Still, like I can technically say like I'm maining the new horn, right? But it's not the same feeling. And honestly, hammer or greatsword or even heavy bowgun, which was always my second main weapon, they give me more fun than hunting horn. It's just sad. And especially like the saddest thing for me is like the lack of the songs, because it's only 3 songs in every horn. I mean, like, come on, are you serious? 3 songs, and I don't even need to mention again that they play for themselves, right? You just have them on all the time. I think I just need to accept the reality right now. Because there is no other way for me, and that's why I've been waiting with this video for so long. I'm still playing horn, mostly because I have a hunting horn channel, and like I know I don't need to force myself. That's not the point. I still like to use it, but less than even other weapons. Not only talking about like the old horn or something. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I know I've been talking for too long, but I needed to take this burden from my heart. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you for listening to what I have to say. I know like maybe I am too harsh with my opinions. Maybe I'm not, I don't know. You can tell me. Now you can go to the comment section. Now you can tell me what you think. And you can find me on Twitch. I am not really streaming there. Usually I'm streaming on YouTube lately anyway. You can find my Instagram there if you want to. I'm not really uploading many things in there, but again, thank you so much. I am sending you my energy. And oh, by the way, I actually had a hunting horn t-shirt. Dude, this is that's the best one. This. Thank you guys for everything. You know what, right? You know what. Love you. Bye bye. See you in the next video.